What would you do if something you worked hard for, something you owned, was suddenly claimed by someone else? Not because of rules, not because of money, but because of arrogance? This is the story of Devon Harrington, a man whose simple dream of powering his electric car turned into a neighborhood war. And when the HOA president decided his charger was public property, Devon set a trap that no one saw coming. It all started on a quiet summer morning. Devon had just finished installing his brand new EV charger, a sleek unit mounted neatly on the side of his garage. For him, it wasn't just about convenience. It was about independence, progress, and a little pride. He had worked extra shifts to afford both the electric car and the charger. But what he didn't know was that his achievement was about to attract envy. A few days later, as Devon returned home from work, he noticed something strange. A cable from his charger was stretched across his driveway and plugged into his neighbor's car. At first, he thought maybe it was an emergency, but when it happened again, and then again, he realized this wasn't an accident. His neighbor, Patricia, the head of the homeowners association, was helping herself. Patricia was known for her controlling nature. She ruled the neighborhood with an iron fist disguised as HOA bylaws. Lawn too long? You'd get a notice. Trash can left out? Expect a fine. But this was different. Devon confronted her politely the first time. He said, "Patricia, this is my charger. You can't just use it without asking." She smiled coldly and replied, "Oh, Devon, you misunderstand. As HOA president, I've decided that chargers fall under community resources. Everyone should have access. You'll thank me later." Devon was stunned. Community resources? This was his property, paid for with his money, installed on his wall. But Patricia wasn't interested in reason. She was interested in control. Soon, more neighbors began showing up, plugging into his charger as if it were a public station. Devon's electricity bill skyrocketed, and Patricia spread rumors that he was being selfish for not sharing. Frustrated, Devon called the HOA meeting. He brought documents, receipts, even the permit for his installation. But when he presented his case, Patricia shut him down with a single sentence. "As long as this neighborhood is under my watch, that charger belongs to us all." The room fell silent. No one dared challenge her. Devon realized he was alone, but he wasn't ready to give up. He decided to fight back, not with arguments, but with evidence. Devon installed a hidden camera near the charger. Every night it recorded neighbors sneaking over, plugging in their cars, sometimes even leaving them overnight. The footage was undeniable, but Devon knew exposing Patricia required more than proof. It required strategy, so he hatched a plan. One evening, Devon left a note taped to the charger. "Out of service. High voltage risk. Do not use." Of course, he knew Patricia would ignore it. That night, she strutted over confidently, scoffing at the warning. She plugged in her car, not realizing Devon had rigged the charger, not dangerously, but cleverly. Instead of charging her car, it triggered a loud alarm and flashing lights. The whole street lit up as if a crime was in progress. Neighbors rushed outside, cameras in hand, recording Patricia caught red-handed. The next morning, the videos went viral in the community group chat. Patricia tried to spin the story, claiming Devon had sabotaged her, but the evidence was clear. She had trespassed, stolen electricity, and abused her position. By the end of the week, an emergency vote was held. For the first time in years, Patricia lost. She was removed as HOA president, but Devon's victory didn't stop there. Word spread beyond the neighborhood. Local news stations picked up the story, framing it as a battle between personal rights and HOA overreach. Devon became a symbol of standing up against unfair authority. And Patricia? She was humiliated, forced to apologize publicly before quietly putting her house up for sale. In the end, Devon's charger remained his own, untouched, respected. But more than that, he had reclaimed his dignity and reminded everyone that ownership means something. It's not about greed, not about power, it's about fairness. And sometimes, the only way to protect what's yours is to shine a light on those who try to take it. So the next time someone tries to claim what you've worked hard for, remember Devon Harrington. Remember the man who turned his quiet driveway into a battleground and proved that truth. Once revealed is the most powerful current of all. At the heart of this story lies a powerful lesson. We often believe that the things we work hard for will always be respected by others. But the truth is there will always be people like Patricia, those who use power, arrogance, or manipulation to take what doesn't belong to them. Devon's struggle reminds us that protecting what is rightfully ours doesn't always mean fighting with anger. Sometimes it means using patience, intelligence, and evidence. We learn that arrogance may win temporary battles, but it cannot survive when the truth is revealed. Patricia believed her authority gave her the right to steal, but her downfall came not from Devon's strength, but from her own greed and pride. Devon didn't fight back with violence or hate. Instead, he chose a smarter way. He let her actions expose who she really was. This teaches us that dignity and fairness are stronger than intimidation. When people try to control us unjustly, silence or fear only gives them more power. But when we stand up, even if we stand alone, we inspire others to see the truth. Devon's courage gave his neighbors a chance to break free from years of control. Another lesson is that real ownership isn't just about material things. It's about respect. When someone violates your boundaries, they are not only taking property, they are also trying to take your self-respect. Protecting it is not selfishness. It is justice. And finally, this story shows that no matter how small we think we are compared to those in power, one person's determination can change everything. Devon was just a single homeowner in a neighborhood ruled by fear. But by refusing to give up, he became a voice for fairness. So the lesson is simple but timeless. Never let arrogance steal your rights. Use wisdom over anger, patience over fear, and truth over lies. Because in the end, it is always the truth that shines brightest.